Welcome back. In our last discussion, we scratched the surface of rural governance. Today, we're going a whole lot deeper. We're going to map out the entire structure of power, starting right from the village level and going all the way up. So let's dive in.
આ પાઠનું સંપૂર્ણ સ્વાધ્યાય એક જીફ પેજમાં જોઈને લખવા માટે તમે અમારી વેબસાઇટ અભ્યાસક્રમ.in નો ઉપયોગ કરી શકો છો. આ માટે ગૂગલ પર જઈને અભ્યાસક્રમ.in લખીને કે બોલીને સર્ચ કરો. અમારી આ સાઇટ પર દરેક પાઠના સ્વાધ્યાય સોલ્યુશન અને MCQ ક્વિઝ ગેમ આપેલ છે, જેનો ઉપયોગ તમારા જ્ઞાનમાં વધારો કરવા માટે તમે કરી શકો છો.
It's a fantastic question, isn't it? When we talk about local self-government, the answer is right here. It all starts at the village level. We're going to explore exactly how that power is structured, building from the ground up, from your community to the entire district.
So here's our game plan for today. We'll begin at the very foundation with the Gram Sabha. Then check out some really unique schemes designed to bring people together. After that, we'll climb the ladder to the Taluka and district levels. And finally, we'll see how social justice is woven into the entire system. And hey, before we jump in, for those of you who really want to dig into this stuff, make sure to check out abhyasakram.in for a ton more great educational content. Okay, and while you're at it, if you're getting value from this, please give us a quick like, share, and hit that subscribe button. It really, really helps us out.
All right, first up, the Gram Sabha. You can think of this as the absolute bedrock of the entire Panchayati system. This is where grassroots democracy really comes to life. So what is it exactly? Well, a Gram Sabha isn't some small elected committee. Not at all. It's a legislative assembly of everyone. That's right. If you're an adult living in the village, you are automatically a member. You get to vote, and just as importantly, you have the right to put your own ideas and proposals on the table for discussion. In practice, it looks just like this, a big community-wide meeting, almost like a town hall. The Sarpanch, who's the elected head of the village, presides over it. But this is direct democracy in action, giving every single adult a real say in the decisions that affect their lives.
And this isn't just an informal get-together when people feel like it. It's actually a legal requirement. The Gram Panchayat must organize this meeting at least twice a year. This makes sure there's a regular, formal process for the people to oversee what their local government is doing.
So what kind of things get discussed? The absolute essentials. We're talking about the stuff that matters day to day. The condition of village roads, access to clean drinking water, sanitation, streetlights, schools for the kids, and local health services. The Gram Sabha debates and prioritizes these projects, so the work that gets done is what the community actually needs.
Now, good governance isn't just about infrastructure, is it? There are also some really fascinating schemes out there designed to build something just as vital: village unity and harmony.
One of the most interesting of these is the Samras Gram Panchayat. This is a pretty unique situation where the village's governing body is formed by unanimous consent. Everyone agrees, and they completely bypass holding an election.
So, why would a village do this? The main goal is to promote unity and avoid the arguments and conflicts that elections can sometimes stir up. And here's the best part. As a reward for reaching this consensus, the government gives the village a special grant to fund its development projects. It's a pretty smart incentive.
And that's not the only scheme. There's also the Tirth Gram and Paavan Gram Yojnas, which also reward villages with government grants. The main difference is the time frame. For Tirth Gram, a village has to be crime-free for the last 5 years. For Paavan Gram, it's 3 years. But both are pushing for the same positive outcomes, like cleanliness and better education for girls.
Okay, so from the village, let's take one step up the ladder to the middle tier, the Taluka Panchayat. This is the governing body for a whole block, or a group of villages.
The size of a Taluka Panchayat isn't fixed. It's all based on population. The number of elected members can be as low as 16 or as high as 32. It just depends on how many people live in that particular area.
Now this is absolutely crucial. A full 50% of the seats in the Taluka Panchayat are reserved for women. This is a mandatory rule, and it's designed to guarantee that there's significant gender representation in local government. It's a huge deal.
So while the members are elected by the people, the administrative head is an appointed official. This is the Taluka Development Officer, or TDO. They're appointed by the state government, and it's their job to actually implement all the decisions and resolutions that the Taluka Panchayat passes.
And now we climb to the top tier of the Panchayati Raj system, the District Panchayat.
This body oversees the governance for the entire district, coordinating the work of all the Taluka Panchayats and Gram Panchayats beneath it.
Just like at the Taluka level, the number of members here is based on population, ranging from 32 all the way up to 52. The elected members of the District Panchayat, including its president and vice president, all serve a 5-year term.
And you guessed it, just like the Taluka has its TDO, the district has a DDO, the District Development Officer. This is the main administrative officer for the whole district, also appointed by the state government, to roll out government schemes and manage development.
So here's a super simple way to think about these two roles. The TDO is focused on the Taluka, implementing the resolutions of the local panchayat. The DDO works at the district level, and they're focused on implementing the state government schemes across the whole area. It creates this really important system of checks and balances.
Finally, let's talk about a critical component that makes sure there's fairness built into this entire structure, the Social Justice Committee. The name says it all. It's there to protect the interests of the weaker, more vulnerable sections of society.
This committee's main job is to create and put into action schemes that provide vital support. Things like better access to education, healthcare, and other social services to marginalized communities, making sure that nobody gets left behind.
And this isn't just an optional thing. A 5-member Social Justice Committee is mandatory at all 3 levels, village, taluka, and district. This effectively hardwires the principle of social justice right into the very fabric of local governance.
You know, this quote really ties everything together perfectly. From the Gram Sabha, where every villager gets a voice, to the elected representatives at the Taluka and district levels, the entire system is built on this one powerful idea: government run by the people, for the people, at the most local level possible.
So, we've mapped out the entire structure, from the foundation right up to the top tier. And that leaves us with one final big question. Now that you know how this system is built, how can you engage with it to make it work best for you and for your community? Thanks for joining us today.